Oh, Cappy, oh, guys, look at this. I'm going to get asshole consultant done today. Then Monday's wide open. Oh, boy. Just going to go for a long walk. That's all there is to do. That's all there is. All the bars are shut down. There's nothing. You can't go out. You can't be social. Everybody just go for lots of walks. But then, ironically, everyone's gaining weight at the same time. I've lost weight over COVID. I don't know about you guys, but I've lost weight. I'm kind of proud of that fact. I have gained, found an outside gym. My gym opened up back under certain conditions, and I've actually lost weight. So could also be because I don't eat anymore. I'm just like, stomach got smaller too. They're kind of doing the great ones. Well, he does a meal every other day. I'm doing like one real meal a day, and then like a little bit of food in the morning, but not a lot. A young man writes, "Hi, Cappy. I'm a 19-year-old studying engineering. I've just finished my first year completely, which is general engineering. I was an idiot and had to repeat some courses this year, so now I have the second semester off. This was not due to a lack of ability. I got straight A's on the courses I repeated. I'm not worried about marks in the future." Yeah, well, how much time do you guys waste when you just like don't do it? You know whether or not you're going to commit to it or not. Do you have to wait 6 months or waste 6 months of your life? And Lord knows how much money wasting and failing out of classes, destroying your CPA. I mean, I know if I'm going to climb a mountain or not. I don't then go beat myself up, trying to get up a mountain I'm not trained for. I've decided that my engineering specialization for next year, and I originally wanted to do civil engineering coming into university. This is because I enjoy math, physics, and design. I like the idea of being outside for parts of the job. I live in a country, and I've been told by my parents that there's good money in civil engineering in my country, especially if you start your own firm or business. Well, yeah, you're so far away from that, though. However, from doing the general first-year courses, I enjoyed coding more than the other subjects, and when I looked up salaries and saw that civil engineers don't seem to make a whole lot, this is partly why I became demotivated and had to repeat courses. I'm considering doing a software engineering degree in 2021. I could do this by transferring my courses to a different university and doing extra courses in this free semester because my courses don't transfer over completely. Where are you guys going to college that these courses don't transfer? Like, I'm all for the free market, and if fly-by-night unaccredited schools and colleges want to go in there, but you're in a different country, but one of the greatest links at the Department of Education is it has a list of accredited and unaccredited colleges. So every young man and woman now who's off to college can go look up their college and find out if it's a legit college or a scam college. Like, these classes won't transfer. Well, maybe we ought to investigate those schools then, huh? Because it should transfer. We should all have the same quality education. A credit here should be a credit there. I'm also staying home. This would mean I would have to move out and pay for accommodation, although I want to move out. All right, so you're talking the new college. I'm worried about having to sit behind a desk all day with software. I'm also worried about software engineering being a field that changes so quickly, and I'm scared it might become oversaturated or automated. I also worry about being replaced by younger, faster software engineers as I get older or get bored of the field. Every possible excuse. What else are you afraid of? Whereas civil just seems like a more stable, flexible, secure career and a more solid degree in general. I also love the entrepreneur. And then I'm going to go become an astronaut, cowboy, fisherman. And then I'm going to create an app. And then I'm going to go and be a porn star. And then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do that. What degree should I choose, Aaron? I also love the entrepreneurship side of software. Really? Have you ever been an entrepreneur? Mr. 19-year-old, have you ran a business? Or are you like every television show stereotype where you're the middle-aged woman like, I'm going to start my own restaurant. And then after she's cashed in her and her husband's 401ks, realizing it's the entrepreneurship. Really? You like entrepreneurship? Really? That's like someone who's never swam. Man, I love swimming. Do you now? Because you can't swim. At the end of the day, all work sucks and I want money. Then what the fuck are you worried about all this other shit for? Why are you looking for this? Guys, stop looking for the dream job. All of you. Now, I'm not saying pick some that purposely sucks. Like Mike Rowe, he goes out and purposely find jobs that suck. But I don't like that. I don't want that. Guys, you're going to a burger joint, okay? You're not picking your wife or your husband. You're not picking out where to live, all right? You're picking about where you go to let your life atrophy and die off a day at a time at 8 hours a day, called work. And the only thing that ultimately matters is the money. And you're all worried about, God almighty, dude, you're living at home. Well, I don't know if I'd have to work. Oh my God, you think it'd be boring? I might have to sit and, yeah, you might. You know what civil engineers do? They sit in front of computer screens all the time too. If you want to be outside, do the trades. Go into construction. Go into oil rig working. Become a tradesman. I know. You watch the television. You all lived at home with mom and dad. You think life is going to be this super easy thing, which just makes it super hard because you got this litany of requirements of the job that no job meets. I honestly don't know what's more delusional, the list of requirements young men and women have of their job and their profession, or the list of requirements women require of men before they date them. Both they don't exist. My question is, should I change the software? Keep in mind that salaries for software engineering civil are quite different to the US. I have spent weeks trying to decide. Your advice would be greatly appreciated. Here's this, do I do this or I do that? I'm sick and tired of saying, you're in the ballpark, it doesn't matter. They're both good degrees, right? I'm going to say this again. And maybe the title of this video will get out there and we'll spread and share this around. Young people today and young people in the past have wasted so much time because they failed to do one thing up front before they went off to school or college. And that is, you failed to research the different professions and fields or the corresponding degrees with those fields. I can't even begin to fathom how lazy people have to be before you commit 4 years of your life studying hard in legit fields. And Lord knows how much intuition. You can't spend like an hour a day for 2 weeks researching the different professions for yourself to figure this out. You blindly, civil engineering, why my parents said so. I don't like civil engineering. I like computer programming better. Well, you got off cheap. You only wasted a semester. Right? Some people go get a full degree. This is why everyone who gets a liberal arts degree always has to go back to get another one. Be it a grad school, in which case they double down on worthless shit, or go to law school and they're hugely crippled then. Or they wise the fuck up and then like, oh, what should I do? Oh, my friend Bob that we made fun of because he was a mechanic. Yeah, I'm going to go down to Todd Woody now and get my mechanic certification. Well, then what the fuck was that for you to? And then they still defend it. That's why I get it was worth the experience. Shut the fuck up. It wasn't. Just shut the fuck up, Mr. Give me a bail. Not you. You're in a different country. Who's totally worth it. Really? Is that why you need me to bail you out? Every one of you, before you go to college, before you declare a major, go and research the different professions before you choose a degree. And fuck what you want to do, by the way, boys and girls. That has nothing to do with it. Because if it's what you want to do, you're going to research, I work with kids. Why am I not making any money? Well, because a billion other people just went into that field. Everything everybody likes to do, that means there's going to be more people going in that field. Therefore, the law of supply, I don't know if you guys studied economics. I know it was pretty boring. It wasn't working with the children's. Right? It wasn't painting. It wasn't like kindergarten where you do finger painting. Now you're going to art school for college, and it's the same level of dipshittery. No one's going to buy you crap. Your parents aren't even going to put it up on the fridge. Take the time to research whether or not the profession will pay and whether you want to do the profession. Go shadow a civil engineer. Go on discussion board. What's it like being a programmer? Maybe take some classes online for free. You don't have to go to college. You could take some classes online. Is coding like this? What is it? W3 School? Coursera? There's a lot of places you could take for free or near free. Or you just grab a book and self-study. And I know it's not exciting. It's not you playing video games. Oh, you have to get off your ass. But that 1 week of work, let's just say it's 40 hours. Let's say you put full 40 hours in researching one profession. That 40 hours will save you 4 years of your life. And Lord knows how many thousands of hours filling out applications, applying for jobs that you're not going to, or working in it. You actually get lucky enough to get the job, and you find out, this always happens to teachers. Like, they do this student teaching because we just can't have you teach. They go in, they do the student teaching, and they find out that they hated teaching, that they couldn't do it. It's like, well, why'd you go to school for 4 years for an education degree? Couldn't you have like volunteered at a school? Same thing with nursing. I had one guy, he's like, I went pre-med, then I found out I didn't like blood. Well, couldn't you have volunteered at a hospital to figure that out before you wasted 4 years? The time, it's not an opinion. It's not a recommendation. Spend the fucking pittance of time figuring out what your theoretical job might be like before you major in it. Now, both fields are fine. Civil engineering is fine. Yes, it may not be as cutting edge. And yes, you're right. You may not have to stay up on as many things. You'll have to take continuing education and get certified. I'm sure there's a licensing requirement over in your country. But software is also a fine. But yes, you do have to stay on top of your game. No, you actually probably don't have to go to college. I don't know what it's like in your country. In the United States, as long as you got the certification and you prove that you can do it. The degree is kind of more just a, like, well, are you generally moving towards your degree? That's a pro of becoming a software engineer. And so you have to make this decision because you are your own individual with your own taste and preferences. Not me. I'm not you. So spend the time and research the two different fields. If there's anything I could point to, there's two things. One, you seem to like programming. Okay? And the other thing is programming, you don't have to physically be there. Well, if you're building a bridge, I know it'll still be online, and most of your work will be done behind a desk as a civil engineer. Don't think you're going to be out there with your hard helmet, unless you really put in for that. You won't be able to go wherever you want. You're going to have to, you're going to have to be, coming into the office, going to the construction site or wherever it is. And I do know civil engineering, your main client's probably going to be government. And man, that's political. At least here it is in the United States. I don't know what it's like in your country, but are you going to have to deal with diversity and assisted reserves? And, we got to promote this group of people over this group of people because it's not racism or sexism. But they're fine, but you got to go do that. So yeah, working remotely. Jesus Christ, that thing makes so much damn noise. Make an ice maker. Fucking Christ. We can't just have cubes. The tray of cubes. No, we need something that makes ice. Why do things keep breaking down? All right. Yes, you may have to worry about being replaced by younger, faster engineers, but just stay on top of your game. I think software engineering will also lead towards entrepreneurship, but you don't even know shit about entrepreneurship because you never ran a business. Wait until you have several years in the field and you find out, damn, there's a real big need for this because this is a pain in the ass on my side. You know what? I'm going to go home and tinker with a little product that'll solve this problem for me. I'm going to patent it and sell 1 billion of them. That's where your entrepreneurship will come from. All right, there you go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. Oh, we got more money. Curses, all this money. Soren Kierkegaard. Oh, that's a good Skinnahovian name. $5. Why did you choose South Dakota over Tampa, Florida? Isn't it cold in South Dakota? Yes, but I have the enviable position of being able to do winter. I just look over a property in winter in the Southern Command in Vegas. And I did love Tampa. Tampa, St. Petersburg is like a really close second to Vegas. But there's after a while, there's no hiking. Florida's very flat. And you're just going like, which chain restaurant are we going to go to today? If I was in like boating and fishing, like real fair, then I'd love Florida. And I still do love Florida. But and it was South Dakota didn't replace Tampa. I always wanted to go to South Dakota. But yeah, wintertime, no, I'm not spending winter in South Dakota. No. No. Shut that shit down and we turn off the water mains and I get the fuck down to Vegas to the Southern Command. And I just watch over my buddy's place where I fight the scorpions. But yeah, it asked DT. I think it did get to like -15 this past winter in South Dakota. And they got horrible snow. blizzards, because there's plains. Like if you, I know I sing the praises of South Dakota, but it's you don't want to be there during winter. And if you can only afford one place, you don't have an enviable position like me where you could go and take care of somebody's place in Vegas. The snow drifts, it's going to suck in winter. I won't lie, because they will shut down the highway, because it's not necessarily the amount of snow, but it drifts, because it's like sand dunes. It just blows. There's no trees. There's nothing to stop unless you're on the far west side of the state. Ice knows for $7.62. Should I major in feminist entrepreneurship that I can open a bidnaz so that I can make the monies to Lisa Beamer and get the girls? A feminist entrepreneur? No, you have to be a woman or identify as a woman in feminist entrepreneurship. And all feminist entrepreneurship is begging for other people's tax dollars so you could start a nonprofit. Having no freaking clue, not knowing that that's not entrepreneurship. The epitome, even though he's not a woman, the epitome of that show, it can go both ways, is Andrew Yang. Yang, they say, oh, he's an entrepreneur. No, guy never started a business. He only started nonprofits with government or nonprofit money. He never see, I could start a zillion nonprofits, all right, and then have President Obama give me awards because Obama never started a business. A business means you have to create something people want. And you have to be smart enough to deliver it to them at a price that's affordable, that they'll buy it, and there's still enough profit left over for you if you pay everything else off, and there's either volume or margin on it. That's infinitely harder than setting up a nonprofit. For-profits actually solve a problem. Sometimes they create new ones, but it actually solves someone's problem. I am hungry. Well, here's some food. I need transportation. Here's a car. I need a flight. Here's an air ticket. Nonprofits is just, oh, give me money, people, and I'll pay myself a nice, I'm a CEO of a nonprofit. I'll just take half the money in donations and pay myself a fee, a salary. And then some of this, then we'll throw parties and we'll have espresso and champagne. And we'll think we're all just so wonderful, intelligent people helping each other and helping the poor. And then for every $10 million our nonprofit received, $1.20 makes it to the poor kid's hand. Here you go, little Jimmy. Here's your $1.25. Hope the cancer is cured. We are helping fight children's cancer. More champagne, please. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. So that's any kind of leftist entrepreneurship. When they say they're starting, it's always like a nonprofit or a co-op. And they never solve a problem. Never solve a problem. Juan Cabrera, our San Franciscan agent in the field for $5. I love the trades. Work corporate for a month. Couldn't take it. Always walked on eggshells. Yep. Trades are worth it if you want to stay sane and masculine. Yep. Just that. Oh, that's increasingly becoming a more and more valuable fringe benefit. It's just the guys. And you're like, hey, Dick Nuts. Oh, whoa, is this the team we're going to work with today? I didn't know we hired a bunch of little kindergarten girls. Hey. Saw your wife last night. Yeah, she says hi. Actually, she said, oh my God, what? And then your day of work begins. Soren Kierkegaard for $2. I'm fat, living with mom. How do I get the girls? You be yourself. I'm on the last 2 chapters of The Rational Male for Rollo Tomasi. Oh, I gotta charge this phone up. That's what I gotta do. Plug that in. There we go. And yeah, a lot of it is that, and that's a 5-year-old book now. It's interesting how it's philosophically, logically, it's timeless, but already by no fault of Rollo's, there's a couple things where it's like, oh, it's not that it's changed. It's like, yeah, that's pretty basic now. And it's the war between the sexes has escalated, or the arms race has escalated to like, that's not even applicable anymore. Like it's this now, namely the internet and online dating. But that's always a thing. How do I get the girls? That's all he's answering in that book. And it's no, how do you stoically change yourself or react to getting the girls? It's good. All right. That's it. All right. Remember, August is Reconnaissance Man month. Go and become a reconnaissance man or a woman and travel around the United States trying to figure out where you want to live before you just take some willy-nilly job in New York City and then like, oh, commute sucks, rent's expensive. Why is there shit in the streets? This isn't Portland. So yeah, get this book. It's available paperback, Kindle, audio, and that'll spare you $50,000 in real estate and realtor costs, in home searching costs and real estate realtor costs. All right, see you guys later. Toodles.